Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho Live podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. Today, what are we talking about? Again, Adam22, the 22ster, No Jumper, the biggest and best podcast for hip hop on the West Coast. And I might say, slowly becoming the world. Yes, there are many great podcasts out there, but we have to look at this podcast and see what it's really done to influence the culture, put people on, put amazing artists on. So many interviews that would have never done by all the platforms. Even Vlad22 is now starting to kind of jump on the coattails of Adam22 and do interviews one after another, that Adam does. But recently, even though Adam22 is probably one of the best podcasters out today, or at least one of my favorite, you feel me? Because he's not afraid to go there in every moment. He's not afraid to be honest in every situation and really go there as a podcaster. He's all in. And when you're all in, it really matters. And he does this time in and time again. Now, recently, I do need to call him out on some bad podcasting. Now, this guy, he always gets on Brick Baby and Lush and AD and all the old people and the other hosts about bad podcasting. Don't talk over each other. He went off on Compa Raider, everybody, this, that, and his mother. You feel me? But no, but now he's doing it. And why is he doing it? It's because one thing is when you are that big of a platform, Adam22, you have to know what's going on in the streets if supposedly you're tapped into the streets. And let's be honest, you must not be tapped in, bro. Because one of the first things is you don't want to just do false narratives by accident. Recently, sad to say, and this is the one thing I do not like about hip hop media, is they make things that are going on into the streets bigger by blowing them up on their platforms and basically making it part of hip hop culture when in reality it has nothing to do with hip hop culture. It is separate. And yes, the streets, and they talk to each other, communicate to each other, and influence each other. But they are very different monsters. You feel me? And so recently, there's been a lot of support for, Kendrick Lamar. They not like us, not like us. It's blowing up, destroy Drake. Ooh, Drake, where you been, baby? Where have you been, my brother? But let's be honest. Kendrick destroyed Drake, but it don't matter because Drake's on another level. I don't think he should worry. I think he should get out there and do something, though, because that new thing he did, I didn't even hear it. The thing where he showed all his stuff on your iCloud or your phone. Who cares, bro? Let's get into hip hop. Let's show some real, some real competition. But shout out to my homeboy Compton Tres up in the building. One of the dopest hip hop rappers that I know made the song Mama Slide. Rest in peace to his mother. Man, he made a beautiful song, amazing song, a gangster song, a song that I do listen to at the gym. And that's a sign of a good song when you work out to it because it gives you natural motivation to pump yourself up. You feel me? So shout out to my homeboy Tres. In his community, his area, actually, this mural is, and it got marked out by some vatos from Tortilla Flats. And you see getting marked out, you see them marking out and putting TF and marking out and putting PK. That means Pyro Killer. And remember, these are the streets. And now we're talking about the streets. And the one first thing that I want to call Adam22 out on is he didn't even know what happened. He thought it said NK. And historically, yes, there has been, in Watts, there with the Grape Street Watts and the different projects, they all kind of get along when it comes to Black and brown relations within the community. Like there's the Grape Street, Trece, and the Watts, I don't know all their names. Whole point is they get along. So everybody in Watts be getting along, and there's the Hub and the Dub. But I don't know what's going on in Compton. And there's an amazing show called Rap Something. I'm so sorry I don't know your whole name, but I am going to put it right here because it's probably one of the dopest breakdowns of what's going on in Compton, bro. So shout out to him. Help him get to 100K. He deserves it. And let's talk about this, man. What's going on in Compton? You feel me? There's a lot of division. There's always has been. There's been, when the Mexican mafia came out and kind of did this thing with against all blacks kind of thing. That was a big hotbed in Compton. And I don't want to get into too much of that, but it's very common and it's all over the newspapers. It's not something that I'm bringing out new. You feel me? There has been racial tension in Los Angeles forever, but especially in impoverished communities, that's where the division lies, you know. But it's not what's really, to be honest, I have to give respects to South Central, Watson, Compton for generally sticking to just gangs. But the problem with Adam22 is he thought it said NK, so he started saying that it was NK means, you know, N killer, and that would be to all blacks, but it wasn't. It was PK. So first thing is get your facts straight, bro. You cannot do that. You got to, bro. You got to be able to distinguish, you know, NK from PK and be able to make that distinguish and be able to say it, you know, when you're on a live podcast. You got to be able to know the facts before you come in and just start conversating, because then some kid from Ohio will think that there's a big race war going on in Los Angeles and that he might as well just not like any of the people in his city because he wants to be cool like the people in LA. You just never know, Adam22. You got to understand how strong or powerful your voice is, bro, and really work from that place, you know? Because honestly, I feel like a lot of times you don't. That's the one thing I would say that I criticize you on, is that you're not responsible with your voice, and you're kind of aware that when you're wild, that can get you views. But sometimes I think that overall, if you tighten up a little, you might be more respected in the industry, and not just because you do corn, but also because you do kind of. I don't think that you're looking to divide the community, but I do think that you are trying to hit the hot points, the hot takes, and throwing the NK into that conversation makes it a little sexier, which really, it was a PK. Historically, Tortilla Flights has gone at it with Pirus, right? And it hasn't been about race. It hasn't been about gangs. It has to do about territory, about power and money and respect. You feel me? And you will notice that there are black people in Mexican gangs and Mexicans in black gangs. So it's not really about race. It really is about uh, the hood stuff. But it is true that in this one vlog, Trunk TV or something, one of the guys from Tortilla Flats says that his older homies, they were on that like race war NK, but that they're not on that. They just on some straight, you know, gangbanging situations, and that really they trying to stay in their own lane. But at the end of the day, everybody hates them, so they're gonna do what they're gonna do. And recently, I guess there has been a hotbed of activity between Tortilla Flats and the Pirus. You know, and it's too bad that Kendrick had to get marked out, but that's part of, you know, that shows you how sad it is. Even being with Kendrick Lamar's not even a gang member, but just being, you know, knowing that you grew up in that community, that will mark you out, you know. So that's kind of like that idea they when they ask you where you're from and you say you don't bang, but they ask you, okay, well, where your mama stay, you know, like where you really from, where you from, where you grew up, and like they can determine that, you know. So I just think that Adam22, you're doing bad podcasting by throwing in these little facts that can divide people and get people into tension and thinking that it's bigger than what it really is. And recently, you've been kind of doing that with the, you know, Adam versus Northern California, Adam versus Coyote for Hire, and now, you know, before, and this is actually the first one, Adam versus the Pirus, or Adam versus Tortilla Flats, or Adam versus Compton. You feel me? But Adam, you got to get it together. You got to make sure that your facts are straight, because you're representing a whole culture now. And if you're not being a colonizer and a poacher of it, you are involved in it and you're adding value to it. So you have to have responsibility with your platform, my boy. And who am I? Just some lame podcaster trying to come up in the game, you know. But if you see it, man, we all look up to you. You know, you inspired all of us to get on these mics and try to do something with our lives. And it's not looking too good. But hey, it was fun to try. And it's been great to be inspired by you, because I do think that you put on a lot of people that wouldn't have been put on. You put a lot of Northerners that wouldn't have put on. You put a lot of people on Chicago, Atlanta, New York that wouldn't have put on. And yes, with that comes tension, drama, and some violence even. But that's not Adam's fault. That's poverty's fault. That's capitalism's fault. That's the system that's broken's fault. Adam is exposing it. And in some areas, he might glorify it. And that's something that he's going to have to kind of confront when he faces his maker. But I don't think he's doing anything more or less than anybody else in the industry. And I don't think that we need to demonize him as somebody that's like extra bad. You know, he's just like everybody else, you know, and he's also finding his way. We're all learning our way, managing our way. You know, I went at LA Guy-Con in the full community, and then I deleted the videos that I hated them on because I changed my mind. I stopped caring. It's okay. Move on. No big deal. And that's part of interacting online and being public with your perspectives and your feelings and your thoughts and emotions, that sometimes you might regret them. And I don't know if he regrets saying NK instead of PK, but it is bad podcasting. You got to get called out on it. Adam22, my boy, get with this so you know, understand these politics so that you understand that it was an SA gang member straight up tagging, in a blood neighborhood or in his neighborhood or a neighborhood that's contested between both of them and saying, they not like us, tortilla flats, or like, hey, we're going to go hit your favorite symbol since you guys have been just blowing up and enjoying yourselves and not really bringing the Mexicans along. Because I do think that there is a little tension right there where Mexicans came into these communities and they felt like they weren't invited in, welcomed, and the blacks feel like when they came in on the black side, they feel like maybe they came in without asking and were not as humble. They just came in. So there's just a lot of miscommunication going on in Los Angeles, and I do feel that we need to find podcasters though and support podcasters or hold Adam accountable in the sense that he needs to be as responsible as he can be so that he doesn't start race war, gang wars, or misunderstandings in other areas that can create tension, violence, confusion, and general disrespect that will not lead to anything positive. Because in the end, I do think that podcasting should always lead to the truth, and the truth is something that is just and can kind of enlighten all of us to why we're all here or why we like the things we like or the music or this or that. So everybody, the whole mural thing, come on, it's a gang thing, not a race thing. It sucks that it's going on and it sucks that it got tagged on, but at the same time, they're all doing what they're supposed to be. And I bet you the Pirus were like, ooh, okay, well, I'm gonna get him on the next one kind of thing. Like they weren't like, oh, he's being racist, poor, ooh. Or they weren't, I don't think any Piru blamed Adam22 for this, or any tortilla flats blamed Adam22, or anybody is even tripping like I'm tripping. I'm just a podcaster trying to point little things out so that we can do better. Remember, I want to be the voice of reason for my people. And Adam22 is stepping into the area of my people by talking about a vato from Tortilla Flats who was doing what he's supposed to be doing in his world, is disrespecting his ops in the right way by disrespecting PK, Pirus, not NK. And also, if you notice, later on, there's a SBC on there, Santana Block Crips. And that's why, because Tortilla Flats is cool with Santana Block Crips. So they didn't mark each other out. So that shows you right there that's not about blacks and Mexicans. It's about power, poverty, disrespect, no hope in your heart, loss of hope. Gangs are a language of loss of hope, and we gotta stop glorifying them and seeing the truth that it's ugly. That mural is beautiful, and what he did to it is beautiful in the gangbang way, right? It's ugly, and we need to find ways for that kid to have hope in his heart, so he doesn't need to disrespect a great artist like Kendrick Lamar and other black people that are going through the same experience as him, but that he can be there to help paint that picture, one day, or his kids hopefully will paint pictures, not disrespect pictures. But again, Adam22, please be responsible. Shout out to Tortilla Flats. Shout out to the Pirus. Let me know if you guys think in the comments below, if you guys think that it's a race war or a gang war, if they were doing what they're supposed to do or not. If Adam22 is making it worse by bringing it up or making it double worse by bringing it up and not getting the facts right, where the facts can actually determine a lot of drama and pain and suffering in our community. So these podcasters do need to be held accountable and responsible for what they say. But in the end, all you can do is turn the page. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho Live podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and support a real one in the field. And let me know one more time, is Adam22 one of the greatest podcasters to ever live, or one of the biggest colonizers, monsters that divides, black and brown people to fill his greedy pockets like so many greedy white men before him? Let me know in the comments. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.